Hello and welcome to Teacher Inspiration Station. In today's video, I wanted to share with you how I plan on using my new Happy Planner teacher planner for next school year. Now, I've had teacher planners in the past, but I do not use it for planning my lessons. I just use it as a regular planner to put important dates. So I haven't used it to its full potential. In terms of my lesson plans, all I do is I open up Microsoft Word and I just type my plans up. And my plans look like this. This is from last school year, or this school year. The year's not done yet. So yeah, it looks like this. And a lot of people will look at it and they say, oh, that's a lot of work. But honestly, it's a lot easier for me to type them up than to write them down. And once you have your template going, it's a lot easier. It's not an issue for me. But like I said, I haven't really used this to its full potential. So a couple of years ago, I was watching Smarty Style and she was talking about the Erin Condren teacher planner. And in her video, she mentioned that she didn't like her writing in the planner. Like, it's such a beautiful planner, and then her writing just kind of ruined the look of it. And I felt the exact same way. I'm like, yes, it just looks so ugly, like my writing anyway. And so what she said is she used Post-it notes. And you can find a template on Teachers Pay Teachers where you basically put Post-it notes on this template, type up your plans, and you're able to print it off on the sticky notes and then stick them onto your planner. And it's beautiful, it looks great. I'll actually link the video down below. And so that solved that problem. So that was kind of in the back of my head, but I never really did that. Fast forward to now, I'm thinking, what can I do so I can use my teacher planner for lesson planning? And so I thought, the whole sticky note situation is probably not going to work for me because I print all my stuff at school, like school related stuff I just print at school. And then, yeah, it's just going to be an issue with the printer and getting the whole sticky notes. And I just know I'm not going to keep up with that. But what can I keep up with? And since I normally just type them up, I thought, let me just continue to type them up, but I will change the format in which I do that. And so I decided to create a template using rows and columns, make a table, and recreate the table that is in the Happy Planner. So let me show you what I mean. So here's my teacher Happy Planner and September. So this is what it looks like. And I love it. I think it looks great. And the thing is, whenever, for example, this here, I have everything on here. I have when recess is, I have when lunch is, dismissal routines and things like that. But because this is for me, I don't really need to be that detailed. I know that first recess is at 10:20 to 10:35. I know that lunch is from 11:45 to 12:30. I don't need to put that in here. If I'm making plans for a supply teacher, absolutely. But this is for me. So all those little, even the details about how to dismiss students, I have that on here, but I don't need to have it. I know the procedures on how to dismiss students. So I just don't need all those details, but this is detailed enough. And in addition to my writing not looking nice in the planner, the space in these planners are not very big for me to do much planning at all. So I use size 7 font. It's teeny tiny font, but I'm nearsighted so I can see it. I always get this mixed up. I used 4 rows and 6 columns, and I was able to add in the time slots. Now with me, I mean, you could customize this however you want. Like I could have put period 1, period 2, period 3. But for me, it takes me a minute to figure out what period I'm in. Like I'm like, is this period 3 or 4? Or I don't know. Like I just don't have that down pat, right? But I do know the times. Like if you say, when do the kids have library? I say, oh, that's day 1's from 9:40 to 10:20. Like I know that, the time slot, but I have to stop and think about what period in the day that is, if that makes sense what I'm saying. So I just put the times at the top here. Here's a one that I've printed out. So it's 2 pages. And what you do is, this is my page 1, and then the page 2, I flip it on the back like so. And you cut along the sides here. it's best if you use a cutter. So cut along the sides here, and I just do that so that they're both even, so that there's an equal amount of space between the spine. So that's why I do it like front and back like that. So I just cut here, whoop, I cut a bit here, whoop, and I cut along the top there. I leave the side intact, but you can cut it if you want. And I just put some washi tape, and that's how I attached it. But you can attach it with double-sided tape, so you don't have to do the whole washi thing. But if you are gonna do washi, I suggest that you do not get any where the rings are. Like I got some where the rings are, and I think that's affecting the way the pages turn, because it kind of gets kind of gummed up because it's sticky, even though I did cut it. But yeah, that's one disclaimer I would say, is avoid washi on the rings. But other than that, I think this is great, and I also feel like this is something I can keep up with. Even on days where I don't feel like decorating, because decorating is fun for me, it's therapeutic. But there are times I just don't have the time, or I just don't feel like it. Just stick it on there, boom. Stick it with like double-sided tape, and you just have it. And I love the fact that it will motivate me to plan the week ahead of time, because I want to complete it so I can decorate it and stick it in. And yes, whenever you plan a week at a time, you are prone to making changes. Like a lesson might take longer than it was supposed to, or maybe you couldn't get to something, or maybe you have to repeat a lesson twice. You do have to make modifications. So what I got were actual sticky notes, and I plan on using these for, like, if there's a mistake in these, or if I need to change something, I can just use these and I can just write down what the changes are and stick it in. So the mini ones is what you need. So, and I just stick over like that. Ooh, let me see if they fit nicely in the box. They fit pretty nicely in the box. Where is that? Can you see it? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm all planned for next school year, but I basically use the same plans as last school year. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, so I will update you on how this is going, if it's something that I'm upkeeping, if is it practical for me, and things like that. Oh, I left it downstairs. Okay, I left it downstairs. But one thing is, on my plans, what I put is, where is it? Let me just find one that has a lot. Okay. So I have something called notes of the day. So these are just things for me to remember what I gotta do, like finish the bulletin board, sharpen pencils, photocopy sheets, whatever. So I have that there, and there is no space on here to do that. But I was just in Michael's and I purchased those little slips of papers, like lined paper. They're really tiny slips. It's downstairs and I don't feel like getting it right now. Oh, let me go get it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So this is what I got at Michael's. So it's just basic lined paper. So they have lined paper and they also have grid. This was $5, part of their everyday value. Yeah, so there's lined and there's grid. So any notes, actually I can even put changes on here too. I don't even have to use the stickies. So whatever changes I want to make or notes I want to include, I can just write it on here and then pop it in. Pop it in the planner. Let's see, these should fit. These are made for the mini happy planner, but I think it'll fit. Yeah, so any changes or anything, I can just stick it in here and that's fine. So I think that'll work for me. Like I said, I will let you know how this goes. If it's something that I kind of keep up with, if I find it useful and practical, I'll let you know. But for now, I think it's awesome, and it just looks great on my desk. Just having that open on my desk. Like I said, if I'm planning for a supply teacher, my plans would not look like this. They would be a lot more detailed. So yeah, that's it. If you like this video, you know what to do. Give it a thumb up and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.